Good morning. Today I'm making granary bread. So, first time I've made it. So I've done a little bit of looking at what granary is all about, and what I've found is generally to make granary bread you're using a blend of kind of granary flour, which is malted flake and grains and stuff which are in that one, and then to balance that out you add in a strong white bread flour as well. So my general kind of consensus of what I've looked at, and like I say, this is version 1, is a 50-50 blend. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to double up a batch here, because I'm going to make half of it into a loaf and half of it into buns, so I can do a bit of a comparison and see which works out better. If not, you might just be the same. And the other thing I've kind of looked at and concluded is that, and I knew this before anyway, is that when you're using kind of your brown flours and stuff, you tend to need more water. That can be a little bit confusing because sometimes there's a lot of grains in there which don't absorb water as such. So anyway, all of that aside, let's just not forget about that. Let's just get on and do a recipe. So what I'll be using, now I've been asked to do granary bread. Now I don't know what flour the person that asked me to do is using. However, I'm using, I tend to use Cotswold flour because that's kind of a good one. Now I can use one which is a blend of everything, and it's already done for me. Which is Cotswold's Crunch, and that's a blend of white flour in there, and so that would be an easy one to start with, actually, using that flour. But I'm not. I'm going to go down the route of using this one, which is, it's an 8 grade, but it is a malted wheat flour, which is essentially what a granary bread is. So I'm going to double up on the recipe. So I'm going to use 500 grams of this and 500 grams of strong white flour. But if you're just doing one batch, you just do half of that. So 250 of this, 250 of that. I'm sure you can divide by 2. If not, you can always ask Alexa. So without further ado, let's get on with this. So it does need a little bit more hydration, as we talked about, so more water. So I'm going to add a little bit more water than I'd normally add for a white loaf, and see where we go. Let's say version 1. So we're living and learning. So you've got to have a starting point somewhere. This is a starting point, so you're on the journey with me as well. So for those that want to be. So let's get that in there. 500 grams of this. Like I say, I'm doing a double batch, so I'll just half this when it's done. And we want a bit more than needed, a bit less than needed. Oh dear, 499. That'll do. And the rest I'm going to put in strong white flour. Now I know that the percentage, and we talk about percentage protein all the time, which is what goes to make the stretchy, strong gluten that we need to form bread. This is, I think, 12.8% gluten. Don't have to worry about that. I'm just for those who are interested in the strengths of flour. This is 12.5, so I'm blending about thereabouts the same. So let's get this in and get a kilo of mix going. So this is a big one for me. I've never, I don't think I've even done a kilo in this machine. Hopefully it'll work. If not, we might have a problem. We might have one of these things it's trying to escape out the bowl, but not to worry. We'll get it sorted. Exactly a kilo. Brilliant. Now the other thing I've concluded, I always had the yeast at this point, is it needs a tad more yeast than a normal loaf. So it's about 10 grams of the dry stuff. I'm not using the fresh stuff today because I haven't got any left. And when I went to Tesco's, they were all gone, so I couldn't ask them. So I'm using dry today. So instead of using 1 sachet, I'm using 3. So that would work out about 10.5 grams, so 10 grams per mix. If you use 7, it'll still work. it just means it's going to be a little bit slower, and that's fine. So let's get those two in, and let's get some more in there. The next thing we're gonna, now this one, it's gonna be like, because it's number one of the loaf I'm gonna make it pure in terms of I'm not putting any additives in. So I've seen them with olive oil in there, I've seen them with egg in there, I've seen them with milk in there, pretty much everything else I've seen in there, and I'm putting no bacon dough improvers or anything. This is just plain bog standard, as plain as you like. If you now salt, 10 grams per 500. So let's do the maths. 2 times 10. Away, quick. What's the answer? Yeah, we go 15. I know. Right, 15 grams of salt. I know. 20. You thinkers. Get it in there. I was testing to see if you're still awake, because half the time I think you lot, while I'm doing this, you're going to sleep. That's where I think. Right, I need some water. Yeah, I'll tell you what. I forgot my jug, haven't I? The basic things. So I'm going for a hydration of 75%. That means in real terms, for every 1,000 grams of flour, I'm going to add 750 grams of water. So for 500, I'm going to add 325. No, 750. Yeah, so 325 is for 700 and another. So yeah, so that's going to be a bit more, isn't it? So I'm going to go 750 for this. So it will be like 375, wouldn't it, for the other, for 500 grams. So anyway, let's get it in there. Let's stop messing about, make some bread. So let's get 750. Now I could add it in stages like they tell you to do, but you know what? I've made it enough times now, not this one of course, but bread enough times to know it's a bit of a fallacy on adding a bit, and it just makes the mixing a little bit kind of easier. But we're just going to start on slow speed. So let's get rid of that. So we've got our yeast, we've got our flour, we've got our water, we've got our mixer. You can do it by hand, like I did the other day to make Frenchies, but we're not going to use a mixer because I've had enough of that now. I've done it once. So I'm going to turn it down. I'm going to get it started on a slow speed, just till it comes together. Then I'm going to whip it up to about 3.5 on here. It's just under halfway. Then give it 15 minutes. The gluten can be a bit more time consuming to develop on brown, I think. It's a bit tougher to get going, I think. We'll find out, won't we? We'll find out. Like I say, I'm being vague, because I am vague. Well, I know most of you know I'm vague anyway. But yeah, this is, like I say, this is version 1. So it's fine. We're just going to, and that's going now. Right, that's done its thing. Oh, and it's not going to escape out the bowl, it's all good. So we're going to come back in 15 minutes and have a look, see what that looks like. Well, that was it. That's my mix. Give it a go. That's all you're doing, it. It's all trial and error. You never know until you try. So this is try one. Hopefully it'll be a success. If it's not, you'll get the failure as well, because that's what it's about. And then we'll learn from that and we'll move on. And it'll be one of my new headaches. Getting some right. Oh, something's fell off there. Sorry, it's not this machine. Right. We'll see you in 15 minutes. Watch what you're doing.